Welcome to the Tokyo Bill, a short news brief on recent events in and around Japan. A research group at Osaka Institute of Technology created stable soap bubbles called gas marbles that break in acidic environments, releasing the gas inside. These bubbles are made by covering a water film with polymer particles instead of surfactants, using cinnamon particles, which allow for food applications. Led by Professor Shuji Fuji, researchers found that stability improved with higher pH levels. They developed a method for creating edible gas marbles that maintain shape in liquids like milk or coffee, producing a crunchy sound when bitten. Future plans include exploring uses for insulation and applications in cosmetics. Results were published in the German scientific journal Advanced Functional Materials. Some Japanese banks are blocking withdrawals from accounts of foreigners whose visas have expired, according to the Financial Services Agency. The National Police Agency urged banks to adopt this measure after finding that foreign accounts were being exploited in fraud cases. MUFG Bank and Mizuho Bank have confirmed to implement this action, with others likely to follow. Foreign residents in Japan must inform banks of any changes to their residency status, but not all understand this rule, and those who don't may face restrictions. The police stated that using an expired account usually indicates impersonation, and banks will block transactions until residency is verified, except for certain payments like utilities. A woman in her 40s was hospitalized with food poisoning after eating fugu bought from a supermarket in Toyota City, Aichi Prefecture. She purchased the pufferfish from the Apron Seisenkan Josu store, cooked it at home, and later suffered symptoms like numbness and weakness. She was taken to the hospital and discharged the next day, diagnosed with food poisoning. The fish was a tiger puffer from Akita Prefecture, sold at 3 stores in the city. The city advised anyone who bought the product not to eat it and to return it to the store. Japan's Defense Ministry reported that fighter jets scrambled over 700 times in fiscal 2024, a rise for the first time in 3 years due to increased Chinese drone activity. There were 704 scrambles, with 464 responding to Chinese and 237 to Russian aircraft. Chinese drone usage rose sharply, prompting 23 responses. General Yoshihide Yoshida noted that Chinese military drones have moved from trial flights to operational flights. Japan also faced airspace violations from both China and Russia, with a Russian aircraft insurgency in November, prompting the Japan Air Self-Defense Force to deploy a signal flare for the first time. Joint Russian-Chinese bomber operations have also been observed. The head of the Morioka City Geisha Supporters Association, Kunihisa Yamura, sparked controversy by saying men prefer younger geisha, which he claimed is natural. His comments came during a press conference aimed at recruiting geisha apprentices, where he responded to a question on age restrictions on women aged 18 to 24. Iwate Prefectural Governor Takaya Tasso opined that the age limit is not discrimination, as there are training courses available for potential geisha, and that encouraging younger people to join the workforce is good for business. In addition to being the chairman of the Michinoku Coca-Cola bottling plant in Iwate, Mr. Yamura is also the president of the Morioka Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Japan's largest Yakuza group, the Yamaguchi Gumi, has promised to stop fighting a rival faction and not cause any trouble, amid a decline in membership and tougher police action since 2020. 3 senior members delivered this pledge to police. The Yamaguchi Gumi has been involved in violent clashes since 2015 with their splinter group, the Kobe Yamaguchi Gumi, and police have noted a decrease in overall Yakuza membership, with numbers dropping below 20,000 for the first time this past year. Police are also dealing with new gangs called theTokyoBill, which operate independently and are linked to various crimes. Police are monitoring these new gangs and Yakuza groups closely. U.S. President Donald Trump expressed frustration this week with the Japan-U.S. Security Treaty, noting that Japan has no obligation to defend the United States. He suggested he might demand higher defense spending from Japan during trade talks. Trump pointed out an imbalance in the agreement, stating, "We defend them, but they don't have to defend us," and claimed the United States spends hundreds of billions to defend Japan, while Japan contributes nothing. He criticized the treaty as unfair and questioned the motives of those who negotiated it, implying they may have been indifferent or hostile to the U.S. As we approach the opening of the 2025 Osaka Kansai Expo, a photo showing a row of children's toilets and urinals without partitions has gained attention online. The images were taken at the Lost Child/Baby Center and were shared by a mother who felt the setup was too exposed. Some parents found it awkward to use due to embarrassment, with one child expressing discomfort about the arrangement. However, some commenters online thought it was fine. An expert on early child education explained that seeing others can aid children's development, but noted potential privacy issues in a busy public space. The Expo Association stated that the design caters to young children needing parental help. This has been the Tokyo Bill. These stories and more you can read at theTokyoBill.com. I've been, and remain, Tokyo Bill. Thank you for listening, and take care.